Such an obvious bite, dude. Right there, right there, right there. There he is. There he is. I got him. I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what the... It's a good fish, dude. It's a nice fish. Awesome. Not the biggest fish. Hey, folks. Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. Boy, let me tell you something. This is one gorgeous day. It's a day after the BFL Shenandoah division. And I'm out here on Kerr still with my boy Paul out on his Ranger. I'm up the creek without a paddle because I got a 200 on me right here. Carolina rig fish. We're out on a main point. We're trying to figure them out. Yesterday we had all kinds of crazy stuff happen after a week of cold weather. Guys, it's time to do a little fun fishing, so welcome aboard. Paul, thanks for having me, buddy.
You're welcome, man.
Here we go again. All right, folks, you know, I'm no stranger to the Carolina rig, but I know I haven't ever done a video using a Carolina rig, and what a place to do it. Kerr Lake, Bugs Island, whatever you want to call it. This place is absolutely awesome for a Carolina rig. So yeah, we're out on this main point here, and it's actually not a main point. We're actually up the creek, like I said. So we're off this tapering point. We're fishing about 14 feet of water. We got a couple drops off, lots of rocks, lots of things to have that, what is a 3/4 ounce tungsten weight banging against those rocks, and maybe a stump or two. Behind that, we've got the little glass bead, a little clacker, and a little swivel, all on 15-pound test main line. That's on a 7'2" medium heavy Zodius rod, just a high-speed reel, lose reel, but we do have 12-pound test leader. That makes it perfect for the situations where you might get hung up. You don't want to lose all that hardware, so having a little bit lighter leader gives you the opportunity to break off and just retie your leader and what is a baby mad paca. That happens to be the net bait that I got out of the mystery tackle box for the month of March, and that's attached to the Mustad grip pin. That's the big bite straight shanked worm hook that I'm using right there. So that's the baby mad pack and green pumpkin, and I got that dipped in a little bit of chartreuse. So the technique's simple: cast it out, let it sink to the bottom, maintain contact at the bottom, and do a slow drag. Let it bump into the rocks, bump into the stumps, give it a little shake every now and then to get that tungsten smacking that little glass bead, give it a little bit of noise, and it's hopefully game on. So let's see if I can catch another fish on this Carolina rig. Stay tuned. One thing that's really important to know about the Carolina rig and how to get the hook set on these fish, I don't know how many of you folks have ever been flounder fishing, but if for those of you that know about flounder fishing, know how important it is to let that fish bite and eat the bait. Carolina rigs are similar. You're going to feel that tap, 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 and to distinguish the bite between bouncing into the rock and bumping into stumps and things like that. It's a little tricky sometimes, but it's a real sharp tap. When you get a bite on a Carolina rig, you usually get to know it pretty quick. And when it happens, you got to give it a couple good taps and wait for that one hard tap and then sweep into it. Give it a good hard sweep, a good 7 foot to 7.5 foot medium heavy rod with a good tip on it. It's going to bury that hook, and you're going to land every fish that you get, hopefully. Oh, fish on. Yep, awesome. I sure did. What I call it, dude, I called that. Awesome. Isn't it? That's great. Hey, folks, had to put the Carolina rig down because these bluebird skies are absolutely killing us. It is tough fishing today, but got fish number 2. I dropped the line down to 10-pound test, dropped it down to a little finessey shaky head, and there it is, guys. Another fish. Thank goodness. I was struggling. Paul, we're struggling out here or what? Not too bad to have 2 fish on a day like today. That's just a zoom trick worm and a green pumpkin with a red flake. We've been actually motoring around looking for fish, trying to up our chances, and actually have an area that looks like it's productive with some marks on the depth finder. We found a little road bed right here, a little road bed with some brush piles on it. So that's probably only my 4th or 5th cast right in this little hole, and there's another fish. Let me re-rig this little trick worm and see if there's any more hiding in there. And get a shaky head. What a crappie! Oh my God, that's hilarious, dude. How do you snag a crappie like that in the bag? No, take it off. Let me see that. Let's show the folks at home how you get a crappie on a big old, dude, what is that? An 8-inch lizard. Come here, bring it over here. I got to walk over here. Guys, you got to see Paul. Look what he did. He looked like he's getting ready to swim this crappie through a school of stripers out here on Kerr. He was getting his snag off. I got it. He was getting his snag off, and he was yanking and yanking. He must have attracted this great big crappie, and he got it right in the back. That is, dude, that is seriously hilarious.
Make a fish sandwich?
What?
You want to make a fish sandwich?
I've never made a fish sandwich.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you mean a blackened fish sandwich?
Yeah, blackened fish
That's kind of key, isn't it? No blackened fish sandwich today, guys. We're bass fishing on Kerr, but we got ourselves a crappie in the back. There you go. There's your crappie. There's your Carolina rig.
All right, bro.
All right, there she goes. That's pretty funny. I've never seen that before. Never know what's going to happen out on the water when you're bass fishing. Oh, I think I got him.
Get him?
Oh God, that was the weirdest hook set ever, but I got him.
You got a big one.
I got a good one.
You got a good one.
I think I got I got a great big one. Guys, no, yeah, get the net. I'm sorry that I was the goofiest spin around 360, but I got a absolute giant fish on right now. It's an absolute giant. I know it is. If it's not a giant, I snagged it. I snagged it. That's, I don't know what I was thinking with that hook set, but I got a bass and it's snagged. Oh, I thought it was so much bigger. No, it's not a shad, it's a bass. It's a bass, he just got snagged. Oh, weird.
Oh my God.
That is so bizarre, guys. I've never done such a goofy hook set. In the comments below, tell me how goofy that hook set was on a scale from 1 to 10. Here comes bass number 2, and it's tiny.
It's been snagged.
Guys, this is snag day. I don't know what the heck is going on, but we got Paul snagging a crappie on a Carolina rig. I'm snagging a bass on a Carolina rig. That's how it goes, though. These bass are nipping at your bait. A perfect example of what I was trying to tell you guys, that you can't set the hook right away on a Carolina rig. They're biting at it, they're chasing it down as you drag it across the bottom, and that thing must have been just tailing it, smacking at it, and I reared back thinking he had it. It got him right in the side. Weird, and even weirder hook set. All right, folks, I've resorted to the Ned rig, and you know things are tough when you resort to a Ned rig, and you know it's even tougher when you can't get a bite on it. So folks, if you see these bluebird skies behind me, that's how it goes sometimes. You gotta do what you gotta do, and if you're not catching fish, at least you're fishing. So folks, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing, and until we meet again, over and out.